There are Advance Wars Trilogy COs in Tiny Wars. How's it going, guys and gals? This is Advanced Warrior here, and just moved the mic. And welcome back to another Tiny Wars video. Now, this week's Tiny Wars video is actually kind of a special one. So, when I mentioned tournaments and how there were tournaments on the classic version of Tiny Wars, that's usually the one that the most amount of people play. But then there are other versions of Tiny Wars, and I just thought I'd go ahead and show you guys that other version of Tiny Wars, the Tiny Wars experimental version. So if we go to Tiny Wars experimental, like I said, all you have to do before you log in, just switch to the game version and go to experimental, and then you will be, well, looking at the very same thing, but the only difference here is the profile and my ID number. I mean, of course, the profile can be changed into whatever, but here, as you can see, that I really haven't played too many games here, but it's just one that I play for fun. But yeah, as I said in the intro, there are trilogy COs in this version of Tiny Wars, but first we'll go ahead and look at these guys right here. We got Brenner, so of course it looks very similar, but here his zone expands to 70 instead of 30, and then expands again to 160. So it just takes longer for Brenner to get his charge. Then we got Isabella, same thing, but the zone expands from 30-60 to 50-140. Lynn, 65-120. Will, 50-120. Forsyth has a zone radius of 6 this time, and it does the same thing. No powers, of course. Gage, zone expands to 3, 50-120. Tasha, still 140, 100. They changed it up, so I guess it like the power comes like almost the same time as the other COs. I guess I haven't really played much, like I said. But here you see Tasha's air units get +2 movement. Like her battlecopters will get 8 movement if you put her in a battlecopter. Then we got Grayfield, 3, 50, 150, 120. Wayland, 60-40. Calder, 91-8. I did not know Calder's zone expands in this version. Whoa. Penny, 40-120. And a bit more in all weather conditions except normal units in CO zone. Oh, okay, never mind. All units weather. Tabitha, 60-130. 200. 80-80 offense. Oh, man. I already struggle playing against Tabitha. That sucks. But yeah, we got Andy here. Every turn before the regular repair, all unloaded. Units +1 HP for free. +10% +3 HP and 30,000 cost. That is like 4 stars. That would be like 4 stars, I think. No, I could be wrong. 18, 27. So like 3 stars and a little bit extra, and then like 50k for all this every turn before regular repair, all unloaded units +1 HP for free. Some of them did get buffed, like we got Jake right here, 20% on planes rather than 10%, 30% when use the power, and +1 movement on the vehicles as well. It's in Advance Wars, the trilogy Advance Wars, he didn't get movement on his power. And the Scop, of course, is what you'd expect. Let's see here. We got Jess. Jess has 10% offense, 10% defense on vehicles. And like no infantry weakness, which is kind of nice. And like +20% offense, 20% defense, +1 movement. And this is just saying, yeah, it's like this is how Tiny Wars likes to explain like every single stat that's happening. But yeah, this is just basically getting a power. And 30-30 with the Jess over here. 1 movement and 2 movement for the Scop, of course. But yeah, they just got like all these COs and then like the custom COs. Like we got Sturm. Movement costs for all units on passable terrain is 1. No weather conditions except snow. And then there's a 4 HP, looks like Meteor Strike. And then 8 HP Meteor Strike. Oh, just 10% defense for Sturm. Okay. We got Von Bolt, 10% offense, 10% defense. So some of them not changed. Some of them it's an experimental version of Tiny Wars. It's meant to balance out the COs. and I just thought that I'd just share some of the games that I have for you guys. And I have 2 games for you guys in this video. Yeah, 2 games. So without further ado, let's get to the replays. So the 2 replays that I have for you guys are actually both on the same map, Outpost. Yeah, it's just Outpost. It is a baseline map with 1 airport on the side with the HQ. We got the radars that allow the player to see around the opponent's HQ. Like these radars, they got, I'm pretty sure they are the same thing, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see what goes over here, here, or here, which gives you some clever information if that one base side is going offensive or not. Some roads and forests in the center. The bases are surrounded by rivers, so vehicles will have to go around, and infantry could... I think they might take some time to like... Yeah, I think they like get stuck on the mountains here, so... Or maybe not. Yeah, they get stuck on the mountains. But yeah, there's a lot of looping around to like get towards the middle, a lot of properties on the side. But I think you guys might be more interested in how they decided to change these COs. Now, I did show Jess earlier, but this version of Jess was actually a bit stronger, and then they like nerfed her a little bit. It's an experimental version for a reason. So my opponent was Kanbei, and Kanbei just has all of his units cost 110%. I think it's kind of reduced because infantry already costs 1500, so not to hurt him too much. And they get +3 promotion when produced. So Kanbei is still getting his 20% offense, 20% defense boost, but he cannot stack on it with promotions. They are all already promoted. So that's his only, that's his second drawback. It costs a little bit more, and his units cannot get stronger per kill. In Tiny Wars, 1 kill +5% attack, 2 kills, 10% attack, 3 kills, 20% offense, 20% defense. Kanbei cannot get those. He already has the promotion. So, for the energy cost of 40k, we have his cop, where it just still says the same thing. So this is his day-to-day, and then all units get +40% offense, +40% defense, which is, I mean, it's Kanbei. He's kind of known for like having those really high stat boosts, so 40% offense, 40% defense, you don't want to mess with that. And for the SCOP, the 70k, all units +40% offense, 140% defense, and +50% additional offense when counterattack. So it's basically Samurai Spirit. Yeah, and that's how they balance Kanbei here. So Jess. Jess was actually a little bit different at the time I played this. I believe this was last year when I played this. All vehicle units in this game, in this replay, had 15% offense, 10% defense. If you saw in the intro, like I said, 10% offense, 10% defense only, which is honestly, I guess, not too bad. Like plus 10% defense for Jess does make it a little bit nice. I do like Jess when she has a bit of an offensive bonus, which she hits 20%. Then yeah, that allows like 2-hit KOs on cities. But this is Tiny Wars defense a bit different, especially with forests and cities. And all naval and air units have -10% offense. And notice it doesn't say infantry, which is really nice. For the cop, plus 20% offense, 10% defense, +1 movement for the cost of 30k. And of course, all the other units get the power boost, as well as refueling ammo, fuel, and material. For the SCOP, plus 40% offense, defense is the same, +2 movement, and the same as before, at the cost of 60k. So yeah, twice as much as the cop. So I think I've talked long enough about the CO, so without further ado, let's begin. I don't remember too much what happens, and yes, they have the music. No longer do I have to put in the music myself. But yeah, Jess on a baseline map doesn't hurt too much, because her infantry aren't as any stronger. I did build a bike, but I feel like I maybe should have built an infantry and like just start going towards the center a little bit more. But yeah, this infantry down here makes a bit more sense, going for that city. The bike, maybe it's just gonna get a chain of like possibly 3 cities here, like 1, 2, 3. And I built another bike. Yeah, I feel like I should be building infantry and like putting it here, and it'll have like a good chance of like getting these more central cities. And it looks like, sounds like the the dual strike versions of their themes. Oh no, I'm not getting the chain. I'm just starting in that middle there. Bang, bang, Looks like I'm getting that little chain down there, and I can keep continuing bikes. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this now. This was last year, admittedly, so bikes just going for the loop around. There are wastelands here, so it makes it very difficult to get in the middle. So yeah, when looking at this now, infantry feel like they're much faster to use, and looks like my opponent isn't really going for the chain back here. Just wants to put some presence in the middle, and I can see that thankfully with this radar. And looks like Kanbei is going for a mech, and that mech can get on that mountain. So if I have any vehicles, early harassment. But I will know that Kanbei will have mechs. And yeah, as you see, they all have Vs. They're all promoted to give them that 20%. And the bike can reach the airport this turn, so that's nice. So, Kanbei, let's see. Oh, it was dual mechs this turn, I'm sorry. Looks like Kanbei is going straight for my radar. And I think I could do the same thing, actually. Let's see here. There are no CO zones with these COs, so you'll just generate power naturally, as you will see. I think these will start to show up, the little energies up here, and down here is just like the cost of when each of the powers come. So my powers are 10k cheaper than Kanbei's. So let's see if that ends up mattering. So going for my radar, I should be able to interrupt that. Oh, I got my first tank down here. Oh, I missed that. But I also built a mech. Jess doesn't have any stronger mechs. But what I did want to say earlier is that, you know, it's a base light. In Advanced Wars by Web, Jess is, I heard, does better on a base light map because there's not a lot of infantry to play around with. And yeah, this infantry should have like... Wait, could this infantry have moved to the... No, it couldn't have moved to from the base to the spot here. My bad. So, yeah, it's a little bit tricky for infantry. Not tricky for mechs, though. Maybe this is a mech kind of map. We'll see. Right now I got 2 tanks. Tank chain. Love to see that. Jess really likes her tanks. And I missed that. Kanbei built a flare. I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up with this, guys. It's been a while. I'm a little bit tired, but... Oh, wow. Tank artillery coming from Kanbei here. So, I think I should have paid attention to the replay because I probably am going to get hit by that. No, maybe not. The mech is capturing, so it'll have to let go of the capture. And it doesn't have vision on my tank anyways. And I don't think it can get the vision. So on the side, I pull back because I'm not able to capture that radar. And I have a single tank on the left side. I think that's my weak side there. And Kanbei is getting the city, and the copter comes. It is day 8. I do not have a prophylactic anti-air. 14k. I'm probably going to go for 2 tanks. But this was last year. I played so much differently compared from last year compared to now. Well, I got trapped and the glass shatters, but my tanks, they got a lot of firepower. Oh, and I built a copter at the same time, alongside mechs. I think I just saw that, you know, mechs were able to cross the terrain very easily, so I just thought, why not? Attacks my mech on the mountain. It's a favorable trade. 6 damage to that tank on the right side from Kanbei's mech. I just got a little bit of vision on that HQ. I managed to kill, and I don't think these kill. I think on this one. Yeah, I don't think these repair. I think it'll tell you if it repairs. Repairable units plus 20. Yeah, that's what it does. So I think I could have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could have like healed it, but instead I just put it on the radar. I crashed into that flare, and I killed that mech, thankfully, and I built an anti-air a little bit too late. My anti-air won't be able to cover all my units on that side. Built a tank chain on the right side and gets 70% off on my tank, and I am starting to lose on that side. And yeah, another tank coming from Kanbei. So I capture city on the right, get a little bit of vision, start capturing the city, thankfully, hopefully. But this artillery, if my opponent gets vision on these, this artillery is going to get a nice shot on either of the two. I get crashed on the side, a little bit aggressive on my weak side. I shouldn't be doing that, and I build a medium tank. I don't know why I built a medium tank on the against the copter. I guess maybe I had the anti-air, but here I have the anti-tank, which is gonna have some trouble going over these wastelands here. Let's see here. Click on the wasteland, and it's gonna take anti-tanks 3 movement. So they have 4 movement with tire B, same as Tiny Wars Days of Ruin. I don't know if they've changed units in here. Someone could tell me if they have. I haven't played much of this, but yeah, it was fun when I played these. And I did mention in one of my videos, kills the tank, unfortunately. I did mention in one of my tournament videos that Experimental Tiny Wars actually has had on-site tournaments before the main version of Tiny Wars. I think it was because I ran my tournament and I managed to capture the city, which is nice. I think, and I kill it with the mech, the Jess mech, untouched mech though. And yeah, because I had the tournament going, the dev didn't want to update the game and like accidentally crash the tournament for everyone on accident. But gladly that didn't happen, and we were able to have a smooth tournament experience. I was able to kill off that anti-air, the copter with the anti-air on the left side, and looks like my opponent tried to go for a trap, and wow, 9 damage on that anti-air. And I wanted to mention earlier, on the right side, there is no anti-air from my opponent, so my copter should be able to do something, although everything here is protected by this copter, so there's a little bit of a resistance for that anti-air, and my opponent builds a medium tank, because I guess they saw that I built a medium tank. So I go for that, and I go for the hit. I do feel like if oh no, it wasn't possible for me to get the... No, I couldn't have hit it though. It would have been nice to like have this infantry move and capture the HQ. It can't, because this is a river tile on the bottom side here. So yeah, I'm not able to capture the HQ this turn. Let's see if I can change that. Oh, it's so nice to have Advanced Wars music play on its own. I built a recon, first recon, because the only vision I had was with the radars. And yeah, my opponent's getting really aggressive on that side. Tank hit goes there, builds an anti-air, that rhymed, and infantry on the mountain. Copter is coming over. Yeah, more mechs and anti-airs. And I actually had the power this time. And, oh yeah, I'm going for the HQ cap. So, oh, I'm sorry. It restarts every time for some reason. So yeah, I popped the super. My opponent actually has 1K, is 1K away from getting their super. But I was able to get my super before the super. When did I hit 60K? I must have hit that a while ago, actually. I was at 59,500, and yeah, it just I actually had it last turn, but I decided not to use it. Yeah, now skipping to my turn, I pop the superpower. There's a button on the side that lets you pop the superpower. So I go for the hit there, but it also blocks the tank from going straight. I also damage the tank as well. I put the copter right here because I knew that the medium tank could only go here. So when I put the copter here, the only way for the medium tank to even move forward is for this anti-air to this medium tank needs to make room so this anti-air can come in and hit the copter. This anti-air cannot hit anywhere where the medium tank is not. So I did a block which would force this back and force this to move and like make this attack. So this medium tank cannot get a hit when this copter dies. That's why I did that. And I go for the HQ capture. I got my blocker there. I got my anti-tank just coming up, ready to hit. I reveal the artillery, which is an uh-oh. I also reveal the copter. I have the block on the left side here because I'm not afraid of anything coming from the top. And my opponent actually skipped these two cities. Unfortunate. What's the income? 19 and 21. I just have the tank move up. Look at all that movement. That is like +2 movement right there. I think I'll play out the rest. Copter doesn't get the movement, unfortunately. The flare gets to move a lot. Bike gets trapped. Anti-air gets a nice hit. Doesn't kill, though. Hit the artillery. Hit the tank. Anti-tank just... Oh, that is so beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement. Anti-tank. Not anti-air, anti-tank. The anti-air is right there. But 6 movement anti-tank. Oh, man. That is so satisfying to see. The recon moves as well, and it like gets to go straight on the roads where it's not impeded by the terrain because of the tire A? I think I got mixed up. Tire B. Yeah, tire B is the bikes. Tire A is the Advanced Wars tires that you're all used to. That most of you guys are used to. And so yeah, I got an HQ count going on. My opponent's trying to get all the hits. Not using their super. Loops around, but doesn't have any other way to hit my infantry on the HQ. And a rocket. My opponent's going for this capture. I cannot stop it with this infantry. Has to be with this infantry. But yeah, looks like my opponent's actually taking care of the middle, but my opponent ended the turn, and I win by HQ capture. So yeah, that was very fun to play as a Jess with no infantry weaknesses, slightly stronger tanks. It did get nerfed, however, but I still had a lot of fun on this game. Now, I promise you guys that there will be 2 games for this video, and it will be on the same map, so no need for a map introduction. We are just gonna go straight into my other Outpost game. Welcome back, guys and gals, to the Outpost, where this time I am on the top as red and my opponent is blue, and we've got Sami versus Hachi. Now, that's not Sami, there we go. Now Sami, let's see here, minus 10% offense, all infantry, max and bike units, have a 30% offense and a 50% capture bonus. All the transport units get +1 movement. So yeah, I'm kind of like playing the opposite of Jess, where, you know, I see Jess as like, you know, weaker infantry, stronger vehicles, tanks. For Sami, stronger infantry, weaker tanks. So a little bit of a reverse. And I guess like since I saw like all the mech opportunities that that this map has, I just thought I'd go for Sami. And yeah, for 30k, 50% offense for the infantry, mechs, and bikes. And 10% for all units. Oh, and they +1 movement for them as well. That's their double time. Her victory march is 80k. The attack increase to 80%, +2 movement, and can capture any building at once, despite the HP, of course. And everything else day to day, 10% for using the power. So yeah, Sami, not too unchanged from her Advanced Wars by Web version. The only difference with Sami in Tiny Wars is the fact that she has bikes. She has access to bikes. And mechs are cheaper. Infantry are more expensive, unfortunately, but mechs are cheaper. Which like benefits a lot for Sami, I feel like. And yeah, this is all the direct units, direct machine units, according to this version translation. My opponent is Hachi. And in this game, Hachi was, I feel, is pretty much untouched. 90% cost for all units. No strengths, no weaknesses. Just 90%. As for the power, 40k, 10% offense, 10% defense, like typical. And all units cost 50%. And plus 10% offense, plus 10% defense costs 50. For 90k, you can deploy ground units from your cities. Yeah, so I'm basically going up against regular Hachi here, just thrown into Tiny Wars with no CO zone, of course. But did I say Tiny Wars? I meant Days of Ruin, but you guys get the idea. So yeah, I think I have a really tough matchup, and especially that Sami is like kind of worse on base light because the absence of foot soldiers is more common because you're most of the time teching up vehicles on base light, from my experience. So let's not waste too much time and get into this game 2. I love Sami's theme. And I go for bike infantry. I think I went to go for the airport. This wasn't too long after my first game, actually. I just wanted to experiment on the same map again as Sami. Oh, nope, I don't go for the chain. It could be a chain, though. And of course, we got Hachi's very calm shop music. Let's see here. Sami, what can you do? Got the 2 cities. And yeah, like... Yeah, this is able to capture that, which is nice. I go for bikes. Right now, the capture bonus isn't doing any immediate effect. I guess it like applies for more contested properties. So the bike tries to move through the wasteland, and the bike is getting like a 3-chain here. So I just go for that more central city. I think because I'm Sami, I'm just like being a little more aggressive with those captures, or maybe I've like learned from my last game. And my opponent builds double mechs. I should be doing that. What do I have? 9k. Go for the capture on the top right. I sit on the HQ. I guess I was afraid of an HQ cap, but I could have stopped it at least. And let's see here. Tank infantry. Nope, didn't have enough for a mech. I guess I just really wanted a tank on that. Pretty sure it's a strong side. Gets a lot of captures going. My opponent knows what they're doing. Transport copter. Okay, I see you, Ramador. I mean, you can afford it, so... Oh, I see what I did. I went for the radar. Because I'm Sami, you can't interrupt that radar capture. I'm going to get vision on all of that. And the radar, as you can see, also gives you income. I'm going to get a 2-income swing by going for this aggressive capture. Oh, man. I'm in... This sounds a little egotistical. I'm kind of impressed with myself, actually. I didn't think I'd pull that off, but holy crap, I did. And I got the tank chain on the left side there. My opponent goes for the interrupt, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to get that radar, and I'm going to get a lot of vision on your side. Oh, no boosties. No boosties, sorry. And a skip. Could have bought an infantry. But yeah, now I see that he has a transport copter. I couldn't have seen that transport copter till now. Man, I am happy I picked Sami on this map. And I weakened the mech, so those mechs do not cause a huge threat to my tanks. And I have my tank here, so I get both of the radars. So already a big boost coming from Sami. And yeah, there's... You're not interrupting this. Unless 1, 2, 3. Unless this spike, oh, this spike cannot interrupt, so, oh, it's 3 and then 6. And my opponent gets trapped on the left side. Sorry, buddy. I got both radars. There's no hiding. And there's no stopping me from getting that capture. I think that's barely enough for me to get the, city. And some, little bit of a scramble happening on the left side, but I think I should kill both of those foot soldiers just fine. Hit the bike, and I'm going for the city in the back. I capture the city because nothing can stop me. Late to get this city. Bike comes in. Try to go for these 2 cities here. Bike is going for that city in the back. The tanks are coming in. Anti-air. I think I saw the copter. No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the radar saw the copter, so that's when I built the anti-air. Oh man, my opponent is blind on both sides. So maybe Sami might not be so bad on this map, actually. I'm not getting this. And trapped again. Well, not trapped, but I guess they purposely wanted to get that vision, but could have like brought it back, because if you bypass a hidden terrain, you will get vision of that. You go through a mountain, you'll get the vision of the mountain. So yeah, I'm slow to get this in the back, but I have a lot of tanks on the side. I'm getting this capture here, getting that capture. Anti-air is moving up, and everything but this infantry is protected. And I got a war tank. Why'd I go for war tank? Man, war tank against a copter and a bunch of mechs. I'm losing this city though, but maybe I just wanted to have fun. Like I said, I play on this version for fun. And yeah, I just love all the wacky changes that that the experimental team comes up with. Finally gets the radar for vision in the center. Transport copter does a shift. I think a very smart shift actually, because I have the anti-air here, and therefore it is it's gonna probably get hurt by mechs, and the copter is moving safely away from the anti-air. And no, not me. And my opponent has a flare on both sides. I guess to compensate for the vision, but I also have a flare on my left side as well, because these forests and these cities are all hidden terrain. So if I like get the flare in an okay spot, I can like reveal all 4 of those. So now I build my own copter on that side as my form of air defense, I guess. War tanks coming up. Bike moves back to heal. I get a recon. I guess I still had like the same philosophy of like, you know, I use flares for a more offensive reconnaissance, recons for a more defensive reconnaissance. It's gonna take a while to go through all those planes, but once it gets to here, just one plane tile, and then the rest is roads and properties, except for here, of course. The unnatural terrain is gonna help out that the unnatural terrain is gonna help out that recon. And my opponent is trying to get their radar back, but I don't think I'm gonna allow that. First strike's my tank. Unfortunate. I have to move my one tank and allow it to heal up. So yeah, the war tank comes in. No fear. I have a war tank. I'm not terrified of anything. I go for the capture there. I get trapped. I go for the heal. Okay, so yeah, that's what I had to do. Move my tank off the city so this one can come back and heal. And I have a fresh tank coming in. And I got copters covering all of my tanks, actually. So, inadvertently becoming really good at... What is this? I think this was kind of like a, yeah, come stop me. Waste your infantry to, like, come stop me, but it's a base light. Oh, and last turn I actually built a mech. It's turn 11 up here. I should have built mechs a lot sooner, where I can actually like get use of the benefits there. Mech ops itself, and the mechs are threatening that anti-air. Not too scared for my war tanks, and that copter comes in the middle, but I got a copter there as well. And yeah, that infantry is just on the road, on the river, wanting to capture that that radar. But I have both of the radars, and I was able to do it because I'm Sami. Now, as you can see, I actually do have my double time. Let's see if I use it. Right now, I don't see any major uses. I go for a join. It's going to be full HP next turn, so, but yeah, that's only like 2 tanks by itself. So I move away. There's a lot of units to interrupt any captures on that radar, at the very least. I shoot last with the flare. I should have shot first. I don't know why I did that. Another anti-tank. Don't know why. These copters are covering, which is nice. Anti-tank. I know. I guess I just really like the anti-tanks at this time. It's such a fun concept of, you know, I'm trying to think. It's just a fun concept of this indirect that can also shoot at direct range as well. You don't really see a lot of that in Advanced Wars, and my opponent just keeps getting trapped. I hope that's not a repair, because that is gonna hurt my opponent slightly. go for the interrupt. I go for the heal and hit the anti-air, and it also like protects the anti-air as well, moving this infantry. Oh no, I go for the transport copter. I'm sorry. I get trapped a lot. And my vision ain't the best. So yeah, I just decide to like heal with a fresh tank, or like put a fresh tank on that radar. Build another anti-tank. I think it was because Sami doesn't get weaker anti-tanks. They're like, I feel like they're like indirects. So can I experiment that? Let's see here. 68, 77. Let's go with someone neutral, like Andy. Oh, okay. So they are like they are like indirects. They are treated as indirects. Let's see here. I'm gonna try Colin. Yeah, 80% cost for Colin, and no. He already had 80%. Minus 10% defense. Oof. So yeah, clearly Sami's anti-tanks are treated as indirects, so they are not going to get the nerf. Oh man, poor Colin. Minus defense as well. I don't know how he stacks in the experimental version, but Colin's not in this version. So gets vision on the city, cannot capture it though. Maybe setting up for the next turn capture. I have like 2 anti-airs on that side, so I'm not afraid of a lot of things. And shooting flares in the middle of the turn. I'm not the only one, at least. Gets a hit on my recon. And the copter is going for repairs, which is, I think the more clever use would be to treat it as a blocker. That's funny. Both of us had had anti-airs like trying to move in the middle. The symmetry. So yeah, I get vision of that, and boom, I managed to kill the copter. I put myself on the tank to protect it, and this mech is actually kind of threatening. Like, it cannot loop around, and there's no infantry that can like go to the sides and hit it. So this little square river is actually a pretty decent deterrent for not hitting that tank unless they want to be punished. So I'm going for that capture, and I have the mech that can cover that capturing bike. I move the copter away from that anti-air, and I'm just pulling back, trying to get a damage in. I do make it even, like a tiny little death ball on that side, and a medium tank this time on the left side, regular tank on the right. I still have the radar in my favor, and ooh, a blind rush with the copter. I pulled back with the anti-air. It's out of vision, but I still can, hit it. Ooh, double hits with the war tank. You leave my war tank alone, you hear me? And unfortunately, my anti-tank gets anti-air. Too many antis. Anti-this, anti-that, air, this, air, that. Anti-air is actually covered by my copter. And this anti-air is not covering that tank. This anti-air might. We'll see. Yep, it's now covering. And a lot of first strikes on a lot of my units there. It's looking a little scary. I have the army value, but the unit count is actually small. And I actually hit, looks like I was able to hit my super. My opponent is like less than 10k away from getting the their super as well. When did I hit it? Oh, so 56. Yeah, and like as you can see, all the actions this turn is going up. Took a lot of hits there, and now I have my super. Let's see if I use it this turn. All right, so turn 15, it is my turn. Go for that capture there. Do I go for a push? Probably not. I think I just try to go for the kills, and not too upset that I got it. Recon gives some nice vision, some mech spams. Yes, Tiny Wars, we love mech spams. And on a terrain where mechs are not impeded, yeah, we love mechs as well. And I'm Sami, so I should love mechs as well. Anti-tank. I feel like it'd be more interesting if I put this anti-tank here. Like it was like back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it here, and it's just like another deterrent. Then when I get the chance, move this tank away. Anti-tank on the radar with 3 terrain stars. gonna be a little unfun to dislodge. So I move back for repairs and hopefully like protect the city at the same time. Medium tank on the right side as well. I kind of like Sami medium tanks. Oh, double flare. And here comes the super. 3 damage on that anti-tank. Unfortunately, the anti-air on the city does not survive. My air unit gets hit there, and yeah, it gets a lot of good hits this turn. Oh, tries to shoot the recon with a 1 HP. Battlecopter not working. But yeah, this is ooh. My opponent is starting to make a push. Rocket in the middle. Rocket in the middle. Medium tank. Oh my god, what is happening? what is happening right now? Yeah, I am obviously behind on the count. I'm still ahead on the value, but not the count. Rocket in the back here as well. What else does he buy? Flare on the back, mech and base skips, but the unit count is... We're at 11 for the unit count, but I have so much army value. And, yeah, let's see. I still have my super. Let's see what I do. I actually used the power? Interesting. I used the power this time. Why did I use the power? Okay, so the mech just gets more hit. It's just not... Okay, it's a 10%, but I get trapped again. Huh. So yeah, it's like the C for the cop. And I move back to like protect. I go for that hit. And I go for that hit as well. Wow, the anti-tank, while hit, still managed to shoot back. Let's see here. So it's 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was just one movement away. I could like flare, then maybe clear up, and then this copter maybe kills the infantry. But no, I just used the power. I guess I just didn't want the power to go to waste. And yeah, now it's as you can see, the I think it's 20%. 6, 12, 18, 24. I think it is the 20%. Yeah, just going up, increasing the cost of the cop, which also, I guess, increases the scop as well. Correct me if I'm wrong when it comes to that math. And yeah, we're all just shooting flares last, which is not good. And opponent gets trapped, and there's a medium tank there, and I don't have anything great for that. And yeah, 24 to 19. Now they're ahead on army value. This is what it's like fighting Hachi, guys. I killed that anti-air. I killed that mech. Yeah, just like move my units together, kill that bike that wanted to capture my city, and a bomber alert. There's only 1, 2 HP. Wait, what? We both built bombers. What the heck? Oh wow, we built bombers at the same time. That's funny. What did I kill? Oh, the anti-tank. Oh, I had the anti-tank on this radar. I see now. Yeah, have fun dislodging that. Oh wait, no, you. Oh man, this rocket's just didn't have the movement. Maybe it did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it should have. Huh? I wonder why it didn't. But yeah, I feel like I'm struggling, and it's expected because I'm Hachi. Wow, I have. Oh wait, no, it's the starter player 2's turn, so we'll see. The anti-tank is the rocket is in range, and I see a bomber. My opponent got trapped and is probably gonna die to my bomber. I am somewhere in Hawaii when I listen to this music, and we got a duster. Got a duster coming. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's not hiding. That is... Ooh, that's so satisfying when you like kill off a bomber with 2 anti-airs. 16,000 to like 20,000. No wait, no, it's 14,000 against 20,000. That's in Tiny Wars, Days of Ruin. That's so satisfying. Anti-tank, boom, 5 HP. I could have attacked with the war tank first. But yeah, the copter moves back to get a hit, and it's a medium tank, so it's going to get a nice hit off, and I kill that medium tank, go for repairs, and I move the medium tank, just still being defensive. I'm a defensive on both sides, actually, and I build another anti-tank and a bike this time. Bye-bye, recon, and yeah, we're just like trading blows on that bottom side there. Duster is built and wants to deal with that bomber, obviously, and my opponent's like kind of cut off from their army there. And I have my super. When did I get my super? I actually got it on my turn. Interesting. So was this the turn? Oh yeah, this was the last turn. So the next turn, 20 to 20, still had an army value. I'm ahead on properties at the very least. Oh my god, this is the super! Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. The play-by-play. No, where's the super? Oh no, the super didn't happen first. I reveal the HQ. Bomber comes in. How much damage does this do? What does it do to that? 71 to 80%. What happens with like no skill? Oh no, it still kills. Bomber hit. HQ. Boom. Oh man, the dangers of victory march. That just came out of nowhere. It's just like boom. It's like reveal, hit, capture, done. Oh man. I love. I don't know why. It was just fun playing with the these kinds of COs with the Days of Ruin mechanics, and I want to know, what do you guys think? Does this look like something you'd like to try? If you're interested in tournaments, like I said, sometimes there are tournaments for the experimental version of Tiny Wars as well, and yeah, maybe check out all the other COs that they have. Maybe go for a crossover with DOR COs and Trilogy COs. It could be really interesting to see. Power meters versus CO zones. Yeah, if you guys are interested, I will leave a link to that version, this version, experimental version of Tiny Wars. And if you guys are on the classic version of Tiny Wars, you could just, before you log in, switch the game version, go to experimental, and just have fun here. There's different maps as well. They still have a ranked mode, like the Global League. Yeah, so if you're interested, feel free to check it out, and I hope that you guys enjoy these games. Enjoyed these games for the video, and you guys enjoy your own games. I'm sorry. All right, guys and gals, I think that is all that's left to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the support. I am Advanced Warrior. You all have my warmest regards. Please take care.